Okay, I think it's finally time to upgrade this computer. I've been waiting, oh man, about 10 days for my motherboard to arrive. Going FedEx Smart Post. I don't see what's so smart about it. It's taking like, forever. Arrived in the FedEx location in Charlotte on Tuesday, and finally getting to the post office here locally on Thursday. And there's only a 20-mile difference, so no idea what the deal is there, but yeah, motherboard is going to arrive today, so I'll show you the upgrade we're going to be doing. And I'm also going to swap processors, because currently this has a Dell, well, I'll show that to you when I open it up, but it's got a Dell Inspiron 620 motherboard, and I'm swapping it with an ASUS. So, yep, I'll show you what we're going to do when it gets here. Okay, so I got the computer disconnected. I'll just go ahead and take the cover off and show you what we're going to be doing here. Alright, one thing I haven't mentioned yet, well, I got memory sticks, but I also got a hard drive from my other computer, my main one actually, and it actually has the ASUS motherboard drivers, which is similar to what I'm getting this time. So I'm going to swap this hard drive with the hard drive in here, because I got a 2 terabyte and also a 500 gig as well. So I'm simply swapping operating system drives, and Windows 7 should just pick up the new drivers of the new motherboard once it's installed. Alright, well, they look almost identical, don't they? 500 gig, SATA 32 megabyte cache. Let's see, this one's from 2011, this one's from 2009. Only major difference there, just a couple of years apart. But, yep, this is what I'm going to use. Go ahead and install it in the rack here, and that way that'll be my new operating system hard drive. And I'll probably just save this one for either an external or another internal storage drive or something like that, so don't know. Alright, hard drive is installed. I'll just go ahead and put the rack back in place. I'll have to get this cable here, the SATA cable. Alright, got that installed. So now I'll go ahead and open up the lower level here and start removing the motherboard. Alright, 2 little latches and 1 thumb screw that goes there. And we're ready to open. Like that. Let me get my memory out of the way. Okay, so like I said before, this is a Dell Inspiron 620. It came out of a Optiplex 390 case, and yeah, this was like a second-hand board I got for dirt cheap. But again, a lot of the holes never really matched up, but still we got it to work. So, and that's another reason I'm not going to use that hard drive. I'm really not wanting to reload a fresh operating system of Windows 7. So, and with the Dell drivers, they're going to be more of a conflict than swapping one ASUS board to another one when they're pretty similar in years. So, yep, I'll go ahead and disconnect everything here, and we'll go ahead and get ready for the installation. Actually, I'll probably go ahead and pull this cooler off because I want that processor. It's an i5 core processor, and the processor that's coming with the new motherboard is only an i3. So they're both LGA 1155 socket, so it's just an easy swap from one to the other. Alright, motherboard is out. So, yep, I'll go ahead and probably pull the processor heatsink and fan off to get that i5 core processor. Alright, heatsink is off, and there's the processor. Already got it unlatched here, so I will just swap it with the new motherboard which I'm still waiting on. Oh look, what finally arrived. A box inside a box with peanuts. I hate these things. Let me get this thing out of here. Alright, here it is. ASUS P8B75-M motherboard. That's it right there, already assembled, but I'm going to disassemble, take that fan off and everything, and this is basically the box and all the accessories that came with it, because yeah, well, accessories, yeah, an extra SATA cable. Actually got two of them. That's good. Those always come in handy. And the manual i3 core, that's going in that one. And then, yep, the back plate, I'm going to need that. And the book. So, yeah. Actually, I should probably throw that out. Hold on to this. Put this in here. And this in here. And with a couple driver discs. Okay. Windows 8 ready. Well, I'm not ready for Windows 8. So, let's see. I'm going to get this box out of the way and get this out. Hold on. Alright, there it is. So, what I want to go ahead and do, get that ready for memory, I'm going to go ahead and take this fan off and heatsink, get the processor out and swap them over. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell this, I'm going to have to keep this heatsink because of the mounting screws. They're plastic, where I got threaded screws here. I guess I could remove that base, but really, I mean, these fans are pretty similar. This is just like a case fan, and this is the actual processor fan, so I mean, I may just leave them as is. And so yeah, I've already got the processor. There's the i5, and I'll go ahead and get the i3, swap them over. Alright, processors are swapped, so now I'll go ahead and put the heatsink back on. Oh, do this with two hands. Alright, that one's got its heatsink on, and so does the new board. So, yep, go ahead and connect up my power here for the processor fan. So that's ready. And yep, so this one is going to be set off to the side and probably go for another case or something in the future. I don't know. So now we'll go ahead and get this one installed and get all the memory and everything put back together. Yes, and don't forget to take out your old back plate and put the new one in. So something like this, I think. Yeah, line it up right. Yep, a little something like that. And of course, I need two hands to put this, pop this thing in. All right, in there. I can put my case fans back on. I like this case because of the way they've got, the way this is all set up here. Yep, just like that. And then a couple screws to lock it in. Alright, well, we got it buttoned up in there. Back plate is on. So next up, time to add the memory sticks. 8 gigs, DDR3, 1600. So, yep, we'll pop them in next. Alright, memory's in. Next up, plugs and connections. Oh joy. Okay, everything's hooked up except all that little band of wires there, which connects right next to the USB, where that little blue cover is, next to that screw hole. So that little cluster, I have to navigate around these wires and get those cables hooked up so everything will function properly from the case. Alright, looks like we got them hooked up. So now I think we're about ready to button this thing back up. Alright, button back up, ready to connect up and try it out. Alright, just a quick update. Things didn't go as planned like I had hoped. For some reason the boot drive didn't want to boot up right, and even trying to repair it still didn't want to work. And being that it was just looking like it was just going to go, longer than expected, I just swapped the hard drives back, put the newer one that originally was in this computer that had the Dell Optiplex or Inspiron 620 drivers, and I'm just reformatting the whole hard drive, reloading Windows, and we'll just go with that. And plus it'd probably be a much better setup anyway, so there's no conflicting issues with unneeded drivers anyway. So fresh install of Windows, and it'll load all the drivers for the new ASUS board, and we should be good to go.